Dragon? You didn't watch the
Chrissy
Scott the
Chan.
Wall video yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
End of Christian.
It's an hour. Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna start off this video with
Everybody
the
silence in the
Chris Chan and Sonic Chu. So, anybody have any words before we start about Sonic Kun?
I think I'd be good at giving an insight based on base facts, as I don't know much about Chris Chan and Sonic 2, so I think...
told you about him.
Well, yeah, I know, but I still don't know much, you know? Like, I know this nigga's weird, but, like, what... come on, like...
Wait, do you know?
I don't know.
He's not even a nigga anymore.
He's not even a nigga in general.
Oh, yeah.
He's a wigger.
Wigga.
He's a wigger. I'm on that ass.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
All right, Greg, do you have anything to say? Since you're the Sonic fan.
Yeah, Greg, this is your fan base.
Pokemon fan here? Good question.
It wasn't even a question. I didn't ask a question. I asked if you had anything to say.
Greg. So this is y'all's fan base. Like, this is what you die for. This is the main, like...
I'm not dying for this.
Like your fan base, like this is the majority of the fan base. This is what it looks like.
This one singular person.
Okay.
Bro,
But-
Sonic
definitely
doesn't have
majority.
autistic man children in it.
This is definitely a majority.
Chris Chan.
Okay, look, either way,
Okay, I guess
Still as a Pokemon fan.
he's not that much into Pokemon as he is a Sonic.
You sure?
yeah.
Dressed as Ketchup on the news.
Okay, yes, 2010, he dressed up as Sonic.
He painted his body as Sonic.
He's
Oh,
both.
that's
But,
right, yeah.
yeah, he's both, but it leans more towards the.
I like how you guys know all this stuff, but I don't know anything.
Okay, so Julian, you know nothing of Sonic, Chris Chan.
Nah.
And
Okay, so Chris Chan, I'll just try to try
Yeah, I was gonna say,
really hard to give you a rough, like a really quick rough drive, whatever the fuck. Okay, so Chris Chan this guy is like basically an alternative universe where Greg, if he could have went down a worse route, like I'm talking about the bad ending Greg,
Worse?
like I'm talking about bad ending Greg,
Like how you said
Nightmare
worse.
ending. Fucking
horrendous.
Merry Christmas.
So
Down bad.
Chris Chan is known as like the most like I guess documented man in the world, right? Because like everybody, or woman now, my fault, woman in the world, because everything like from like even before he was born has been documented. Like people know shit about, and
What?
they know so much shit about him.
yeah, so that's him. He also has done a lot of stuff. He has autism, I think. And he's just consistently, honestly, a lot of the trolls, he feeds into the trolls, right? And now we are here where he done something to his Madre.
I heard about that.
Oh, and he also makes a comic about Sonic Pikachu thing, and weird. I don't really know about it that much. Okay, let's get into the shit.
Let's go.
Copyright. Wait.
We should be good. Shout out to some ordinary gamers.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and welcome to a Yellow Dolan affair, ladies and gentlemen. This is one that I'm self-reviewing to be pretty Yellow Dolan, so if YouTube actually ends up Green Dolaning this, I'll be pretty surprised. Now ladies and gentlemen, if you're not comfortable with topics such as incest, alright, abusing individuals with dementia, which I would hope that 99.9% of the people out in the world aren't comfortable with, this is your warning, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Now, in the past, I've made videos about characters like Chris Chan, Sonichu, characters that I've sort of followed. I've stated numerous times that I'm kind of like a Christorian character, somebody that follows this stuff from the outside looking in. You know, I definitely have it on the second monitor when I game. I like to look into a lot of these internet sort of train wrecks from time to time. It's hard to look away, and anybody that makes internet-related content will tell you that they know all about Chris Chan. They've heard about it, okay? If they haven't been this invested into it, they've at least heard of it. Now, to understand why they've heard of Chris Chan is that this is the most documented person, the most documented woman on the planet. Now, why do I say this is the most documented person on the internet? Ladies and gentlemen, this person, Christine Chandler, Sonichu, Chris Chan, is more documented than Jesus Christ or anybody else that you have ever heard of. We are looking at a creator known as Gino Samuel, who's making a 59-part and counting documentary on Christine Chandler. Each of these episodes ranges from 30 to 40 minutes long, okay? 50 minutes in some cases. So if you look at it, this is over 20 hours of fucking content on one individual, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Christine Chandler has been trending all over the internet for the last couple days because of a very, very heinous crime that they have allegedly committed. One that is absolutely disgusting, one that should put them in prison if proven true, where they can actually, face some real consequences. And what are the crimes that are being alleged here? Chris Chan did their mom, allegedly. There are a couple of calls that we'll be getting to later on in the video that sort of detail a pretty damning revelation. Now, I don't have to tell you that doing your mom is pretty ethically damning. In some places, it's illegal, but if you need a law to tell you not to do that, you're probably a bit of an out-there individual. Now, also compound the fact that the mother in this case is an 80-year-old dementia-ridden individual, okay? Not all the way up there mentally. That is what we call taking advantage. That is what we call elderly abuse. These are very serious crimes, and a 39-year-old individual like Chris Chan needs to pay with some serious consequences if they are truly guilty of such a crime. I don't need to
Okay, so do we have anything to say so far?
What the fuck?
Okay. What about you, Bullion? Okay.
Bro, where'd everybody go?
Gio? Gio?
Free take it all the way. That's all I gotta say. Free take it.
Okay, we'll keep on going. That's my dog.
This is the most messed up thing that I have ever seen. This is the bad ending. I couldn't even see this one coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wild, dark day indeed.
I didn't expect this either.
But Muda, you might be asking, why is this autistic person from the United States the most documented person in human history? Now, to answer that question takes a lot of tequila and many years, but really the idea behind it is that way back in the year 2000, yes, before a lot of you were even born, Chris Chan had unleashed the Sonichu website, and very later on, the actual Sonichu webcomic. Now, this comic was drawn
looks like Greg's
Greg's
drawings. Oh my
Oh no! Oh no! I told you.
Bro.
Greg, do you have anything to say?
Greg, wait.
I do not draw like this. I draw stick figures.
Yeah, but they're still shitty.
They're still shitty. The connection, they're shitty.
They're shitty.
Bro, my mom posted one of Greg's comics on her Facebook.
So what happened was all
Yeah.
these message boards filled with individuals kept, sort of pressing Chris Chan. They ended up coming back. It became basically a communication feedback loop, and all this information came out. And now years later, Chris Chan basically went from this, goofball on the internet to sort of an internet sensation in one of the weirdest niche ways that you could imagine. Now, in the last couple days, there has been a discourse on the internet regarding transphobia. Christine is a transgender individual, and some people have misgendered Christine on the internet. Now, that's wrong. You should give somebody basic human decency. At least that's how I was raised. That's where I come from. That said, let's stop and refocus on the situation. There are some serious allegations beyond incest, abuse of the elderly, sexual abuse of the elderly, really fucked up shit. Somebody whose mental faculties aren't all the way there. Ladies and gentlemen, alright, if this turns out to be true, if these allegations are true, which is where the evidence we'll listen to is actually pretty much leading up to, Christine would be a scumbag in a year where that position has a lot of front runners for podium place. Ladies and gentlemen, let's refocus on the situation. Yes, is transphobia bad? Absolutely. Is misgendering Chris wrong? Sure, yes, absolutely. But let's refocus onto the situation at hand. These are some serious
Yes.
I was gonna say, this one guy said something that is true, that it's not that you misgender him, but he also sees Chris like what he once was. He still thinks of it as a different person.
And
he sees Christine, who he is as a different person as well. So it's not that he's trans, that he's just senile.
Huh?
You got all that. I didn't get all that.
What the fuck?
No, I had watched another video about it. And I was like, oh shit, you're right, because even he still calls it when he was Chris himself, like calls it as a different person.
Damn. Schizophrenia.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Allegations, and if
Bro,
Christine is
Greg
disrespectful
could have become
after
trans.
examinations, law enforcement examinations,
Whoa.
Christine deserves to go to prison, okay?
Gregorino?
Now, the reason why this discourse is actually important is because there's
Gregstina?
transgender. There's apparently a weird potential situation. I don't know
Giratina.
how legit this is. Apparently, Virginia,
Gran.
which is the state this is being
Gran.
their incest law doesn't exactly have any permutations for
Gag
daughter
Sanchez.
slash mother, okay? Which if
Gag
Christine
Sanchez.
is recognized as a female in this situation, she would be the daughter. I actually don't know how legit this is. I'm not a legal expert, but I would like to think that abuse of the elderly is pretty gender neutral, like is gender agnostic. So at that point, if Christine is to be tried for elderly abuse, which is exactly what I'm seeing over here, really bad elder abuse, they still need to see prison, and they still need to see some consequences, okay? That's where I come down to. So in that regard, that's where this whole idea sparks up. That's where like this whole transgender discussion sort of kicks in, at least from a legal perspective. Do I personally see this going to the Supreme Court of Virginia, maybe even the United States? Not really. Now, if we whittle on back, Chris Chan isn't exactly the most PC individual. Hey, I'm not PC either, but back in the day, Chris Chan used to have some pretty fucked up takes, and it's some of these takes that also exacerbated a lot of the trolling that they had been
Greg.
receiving.
Greg's laughing. You're laughing. You're laughing.
Greg is laughing.
Actually, a situation, all right, a really huge situation, which I believe right now is unapologized for, where Chris Chan had actually believed that people with Asperger's, which is now a defunct diagnosis, as far as I know, were quote-unquote stealing the limelight from those autistic folks out there. Don't believe me? There's an entire Little Big Planet 2 diagram that we can listen through. Ladies and gentlemen, Christine's past as a homophobe is pretty well documented.
Oh, shit.
The message Christine once sent to Axe Body Spray, the creators of it. Just listen to this one real closely. It's a real doozy.
Thusly, a stereotype has been made. If it's been made, apparently, apparently. You'd be gay if you wore it. That's so stupid. It's not true. I mean, I'm straight, and I have been using Axe for years. I'm a proud user of Axe, because originally, as it was originally sent for, and I quote, effective deodorant protection designed to seduce the ladies. It says here, get girl-approved hair. Wash, attract, repeat. Even though the comments sound sexist, as I have learned on their page on Wikipedia, I still feel that it is a big misuse and complete
I heard
immoral
that
act.
he doesn't shower and he just uses Axe body spray.
Ew, wait, for real?
Yeah, that people who have
That's
been
garbage.
who've been around him can smell him so badly.
That's nasty. So
I
he.
think he even said it himself. It was like you can just use Axe body spray.
Oh.
Bro, what the fuck?
The stench of this man is worse probably than a Smash player.
Yep.
Bro.
How much ass, like, little dingleberries does he have in his asshole, do you think?
Maybe like 5.
I think it's also said that when he uses dildos, like he doesn't clean up. And so I'll just I'll just stop.
Nasty.
Anyways, you'd be throwing him over.
Straight people.
Again, there's two reasons I'm mentioning a lot of this. A, it definitely proves that
This dude has a Samsung. Stupid. No, I'm playing.
there's a lot of social cues being missed. The fact that this person was literally taking fucking advertising seriously from Axe is beyond me. But they're also really shitty character traits. Okay, even for back then, in my opinion.
You're laughing, Greg. What are you laughing at?
Fuck.
It's funny. It's funny. Okay.
because of their sexual orientations. A little bit fucking wild.
Greg is
But
Greg
again,
Chan,
this
bro.
person was
Greg Chan.
ways because of how
Greg
their parents
Chan.
raised them. Christine's parents truly did fail them, okay? Because they lived an incredibly sheltered life, even back in the day post-college. This person eventually joined the United States Social Security program, which basically granted them a check every month. I think it was like $800 Christine was getting at the time, which became the basically money that Christine would spend on toys, on video games, basically frivolous
The PS4 live stream.
learning about budgeting and getting their life together. It's because of this that I think Christine has lived a pretty sheltered life and is unable to really develop true adult behavior later on in their life, okay? So that's where I wanted to kind of start off with. Now I want to shift my attention towards the love quest. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the love quest from the outside looking in is Christian's eternal quest to find a boyfriend or girlfriend, to find love, to find a life partner. Unfortunately, this quest has come to an absolute definite end if these allegations are true regarding Chris Chan having sex with their own mom, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you take more than 15-20 minutes and looking into the Love Quest history with Chris Chan's relationship with life partners and whatnot, it really does look like a speed run to getting laid, okay? That's pretty much what I'm going to say. Now, what's important about the Love Quest is it really sheds into light just what kind of the perception Chris Chan has towards relationships with women, and some really creepy attitudes this person puts towards. Now, the Love Quest also involved the trolls as well. There were a fair amount of women that actually ended up being trolls in this situation. And while trolling a person with mental disabilities is already bad, using love and passion is a magnitude worse than you could expect.
Yo.
Now, that being said, there were some troll relationships that you can just look at and also get a quick idea of, again, Chris Chan's actual, true nature towards women and relationships in general. One that I want to look at very carefully is Megan, one of the oldest and most well-known, I guess you could say, gal pals or, female friends, friends that Chris Chan had stuck around with earlier on in their life. Now, Megan, going back to her, actually straight up mentioned numerous times she didn't want to be in relationships. In certain emails, she stated to Christine, as I've said, the website means nothing to me. It's the fact that you blab about me on your blogs and therefore gets put on the website. So in other words, Edie didn't drag my name through the mud, but you did. Edie is Encyclopedia Dramatica, one of the various websites that was cataloging Christine's antics. I don't know. I can't keep disgracing myself and forgiving. I have some pride, I've forgiven you so many times before it's just getting irritating. Even I have my limits. So I think I'd like to stay away from you at least for a while. Then as the time passes, I'll better know what to do. Until then, just please leave me alone. She also said, don't be hard on yourself. Like I said, I just want time.
Okay, so I had to go do something really quick. Did anybody say anything? Like, does anybody want me to pause or what?
I'm trying to think. His Love Quest.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Love Quest?
It was basically him trying to... Was it to get a girlfriend, Greg, or to get his virginity lost?
No, to marry somebody.
Marry someone. Basically, find the one. And he's
Yeah.
trying to...
I am the one, the one.
That woman isn't gonna find anyone anytime soon.
What's it called? He had actually... Oh, wait. She had... whatever. She had actually lost her virginity beforehand.
What? To who?
To a prostitute, remember?
What?
Whoa.
2014, right?
Jeez,
Okay,
bro. That
How do you know
prostitute
that?
must
Like,
have been
why do you
down
guys
bad
know
for
this?
some money.
He said it himself. And again, he's really documented so everyone knows.
How is he really documented though?
Bro.
Dude, people know. People.
But why? Why is this person so documented?
Because
He's the one that...
Cause he like
He feeds
is
them
she
in.
doing it herself?
For the day that she lost her virginity, she had said it herself on Facebook. I finally lost it. Stuff like that.
Okay, so she's saying it herself. That's why she's so documented.
Yeah.
Most of it, yeah. Other is because people are so curious with this character that
They like.
try getting as
that's
much
crazy.
from it. It is crazy. Hella crazy.
On my own for a while. It's not like I'm hating you or anything. I just want to be with myself for a while. And I haven't, nor will I ever forget all the wonderful surprises you have given me and such. Thank you. This is only a bye for now. Just allow me to be alone, and eventually things will cheer up. Okay. What she's referring to in this case is actually an infamous image known as "She Came for CWC.J."
Oh yeah.
You might have seen this on like Frederick Nuts's Down the Rabbit Hole because it's a very pivotal moment that kind of shows.
Greg, did you want to explain what that drawing was?
Now this image was.
No.
Are you sure?
No, what he said.
You did laugh pretty hard, Greg. You were laughing.
I think he was laughing at what he said.
What was it? Check your.
Why didn't find out?
It was okay.
What
It
happened?
was basically yeah, he actually had a real life friend. It was Megan, and he for some reason thought it was. He for some reason thought it was gonna be a good idea to draw a picture of him fingering her.
Oh, what the fuck? That's creepy. Fuck that.
And what really leads into something super disturbing is an email that was sent to Megan when she was rightfully scared shitless and very, very, very weirded out at the fact that she would be part of some Rule 34 that Chris Chan drew up. Drawing it out, I realized
Jesus, Greg.
inspired fantasy, angst against Encyclopedia Dramatica, and
Bro, can we get some Greg Rule 34?
Oh god.
Don't.
You know, it's too late. So I have to edit it in right now.
It's already
Oh,
been
God.
commissioned.
It's already been made.
It's already been done.
What do you draw by
Already
Rick?
been done.
Yet that's a politically correct and not physically hurting others method. You know how fucked up that shit sounds, okay?
What is it?
He said that he drew. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, I remember. Actually doing it, yeah, dude.
The reason I'm mentioning all this to you before we get to anything is to really provide you some of the context and history and nuance of the situation. This is where I find the whole love quest bullshit. Christine to me has not been somebody that's trying to get her actual meaningful relationship. It's just getting laid. Now in recent years, I became
Why the lights
a
off?
very big fan of Christine. Okay, listen, people change, people do get better. I thought Christine was.
He got in a different vibe, bro.
You know, there were a lot of things that popped up, like
Just
the
kidding.
I got two different sides.
faculties were sort of brought up into question regarding the dimensional merge, which for those of you who don't know what
Oh
it
yeah,
is,
the
basically
dimensional
every
merge.
cartoon universe is going to come together. So imagine the Family Guy universe and the real world coming together. That whole meme of me
She
being
believes in
Family
that.
Guy is a fucking very big reality if the dimensional merge was to ever happen.
She also believes she's married to Mewtwo.
What the fuck, Mewtwo?
Larry's the comic. Yeah, he drew it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm married with Mewtwo and well, Rosachu and some other character. So I'm like,
Jesus.
So wild,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, there was a time, like even to this day, my Steam name is Sonichu. I genuinely did like Christine up until what happened a couple days ago.
That's me.
Look kind of cool though.
Let's listen to this.
Okay.
I'm not fucking kidding
Okay.
you. Let's listen to this shit.
Yeah, she's got really the G-spot.
Oh, God.
Because apparently I don't believe that Mr. C, any of her past boyfriends and husbands that
Oh,
haven't reached in her G-spot.
nigga. Oh no. Ew.
just fucking got a sour ass.
Fuck, nasty, dude. I have like this sour milk taste in my mouth, nigga. Ugh. Jesus Christ. I can't. He said that his dad didn't hit the G spot, but he. Nasty. That's fucked.
It doesn't help that I legit just ate cereal.
Oh,
Dude,
You need some milk.
shut no.
Chris!
Over to talk with her, and he just crashed out slow and stay, and then I encouraged her positively, let her make the first move. If she wanted to do it, and
Oh, she did? Really? She made her first move?
yeah, I think she was partially confused at one point, but then she came around, obviously. But it took us a few nights to figure out what made what go.
Nothing is fucking right about that. Now this video was actually from Gibby. Alright?
Gibby!
Gibby basically reposted this and added this whole subtitling to it, so I gotta give credit where credit is due. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing about that was fucking right. Now, of course, that call, if real, shows that Christine had relationships with her mom, apparently hitting her G-spot better than her late father. That's fucking disgusting in every capacity.
Greg laughed.
Incest is illegal.
Oh, mood change.
But you know, really,
He got the blinds open.
stopping you from porking your own mother, okay? There's a serious question of ethics in that scenario.
Future me, put Greg's face in the blinds right there.
That'll say, yeah, porking your mom is right. 100% of the people that I've ever talked to in my life have always told me that they don't want to pork their own moms. And you know what? In reality, hey, maybe somebody could be lying to me. Maybe somebody really wants to drill their own mom. But at the end of the day, I have genuinely come to the understanding that incest is pretty wrong, okay? These kind of relationships are wrong. There will never be anything right about hitting a fucking G-spot on your own mom. Right now, that is all kinds of wrong. Now, this is Barbara Chandler. Okay? This is a question. So she's about 80 years old. She might actually be over 80. I don't know the exact age off the top of my head for Barbara. But she's an old person, okay? Now, getting old fucking sucks, okay? Getting old comes with its own problems. Things like potentially dementia. Things like potentially Alzheimer's. Really, really terrible situations that you may have a possibility of encountering when you reach that fucking age. Now, this is a reason where, for the time I supported Christine, I didn't want to give Christine any fucking money for anything, because Christine's financial acumen is pretty low, okay? Giving Christine any money is a simple fact of enabling her to do fucked up shit. Because all that money is going to go towards is buying anime. None of that money, very barely, actually go towards proper adult-related expenses. Now, these are some videos where Christine has used her mother, her senior mother, to basically get pity bucks, you know, basically siphon pity donations out of the viewers. Just watch this.
My name is Barbara Chandler. Here today we have 4 blankets, or one of them is the bedspread. Anyway, we would like for you to contact us through eBay and make a purchase of one of these blankets.
Or all 4 of them.
Or all of them if you would like. We need them.
Listen, okay, going into the whole incest argument, there's like a billion ways that somebody could argue about its ethics. But like, when you involve somebody that's this spaced out, clearly she is not all there, okay? She's old. This person could not consent to anything sexual if they wanted to, okay? This is really messed up, but I think what really is...
How did she do anything sexual? Oh, a whistle.
If you listen to the demeanor of Christine towards their own mother in this, it's
did whistle.
kind of telling. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm extrapolating body languages over here, but just listen to the tone of the voices.
My name is Barbara Chandler. I am autographic pictures to be sold on eBay.
Masonic Forces poster.
Huh?
Wait, what'd you say?
Wait. Please.
No, go back,
Please, go back.
Y'all didn't hear that, right? Hold on, wait.
Pictures to be sold on eBay.
What?
Wait.
Wait, I didn't hear you. You didn't do it far enough.
Over here, just listen to the tone of the voices.
My name is Barbara Chandler. I am autographic.
Oh, okay.
I know, I'm not
Okay,
pornographic.
I heard
Pornographic.
That's exactly what I heard.
Oh, shit.
I want the Sonic Forces poster, that's what I want.
Oh no.
And buy
Get
everything
food
else
stamps.
from Christine Chandler on eBay. And definitely the high-ticketed items as well.
Jeez.
Of course, you can say dislike. People do not like
Damn.
Clearly, this is
Look like a Greg video.
this person could not consent.
Mr. Raccoon.
Sorry, my nuts that they would argue that this woman cannot consent. She's too old. She's clearly not all the way there right now. And what does this person do? Put her up in front of a camera. It's like, just buy. Can you tell them to buy stuff? She doesn't know how to respond to that. Clearly, again, she's not all the way there. What do you think Christine's response is? Ugh, buy the high-ticket item. Jeez. Like, come on now. There is no shame here. This is not the good person, okay? And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Never
Greg, what the
really
fuck?
would I have expected. Play out, where Christine, behind the scenes, at 39 years old, by the way, this is a 39-year-old person, very well, despite
Hey, he has a Sonic G Fuel. You want that, Greg?
choices on their own, has decided, all right,
A Sonic G Fuel.
relations with their own mother is somehow okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think one of the things that really pisses me off beyond belief in this situation is the fact that this is blatant elder abuse, and elder abuse happens a lot more common than you could ever expect. I think I know everyone around my
he got
age
muscles.
that has a story regarding an abused elder, you know? You'll always have... Getting old sucks, okay? I'm sorry. And despite what anybody wants to say about Barb's history as a parent, she's not been the most perfect parent either. I'm not putting her in a golden limelight either. But getting old sucks. When you get old and you end up not being all the way there, you're going to have 9 times out of 10, okay? In my experience, you always have that piece of shit who lives with that person, siphoning their medication, siphoning a couple bucks from their savings account at the end of the month, okay? Just taking money away from an elder who's worked their entire life to pony up a retirement account, just siphoning money out of there, okay? Your golden years are supposed to be years where you can relax, sort of breathe down from life. But this is a person that's going through God knows how many financial issues, dealing with an individual that is abusing them in every capacity of the word, allegedly, of course, allegedly. Now, why I'm using the term alleged so much is, despite as angry as I am, the United States government and legal system has a saying, and it's called innocent until proven guilty, and I stand by that no matter what. Now, even for legal reasons, until the law charges and proves these allegations against Chris Chan, that's going to be the statement that everyone is going to say. Now, from what I understand, Barbara Chandler has been taken away. Chris Chan was actually arrested, awaiting trial.
He was wearing the shirt. Oh.
On incest charges. Barbara is supposedly getting assessed medically, and basically from that medical assessment and a lot of investigation from law enforcement, it's basically going to prove whether Chris Chan was actually guilty on a lot of these charges. Now, because of the trolling that's offered to this individual throughout the years, I had to go and look at if this evidence could potentially have been faked. So I looked through a bunch of deep learning algorithms centered around recreating, synthetic voices. So I made a data set of my voice, and I tried to see if I could use AI to recreate my voice.
And to my surprise, I could kind of get there. It's not perfect at all if you listen to it right now. It's not as impressive as you think.
Now, of course, my data set is very minimal, and of course, over time, if I fed through more and more data, it might get better, but it'll never reach a human voice. And from the call that I've heard with Chris Chan talking about fingering their mom, I actually highly doubt that that was even faked, all right? And given the fact that Patreons have actually been ceased to exist for Sonichu, and the various communities built around have actually all but jumped ship, whatever evidence exists seems like it has some credibility to it. Again, there's going to be a lot more information that comes out, but from now it looks super damning to Chris Chan, and that's where I'm going to have to end this. Now listen, to tie all this off, because this video is getting too long, and I'm already daunting at the idea of editing all of this.
You telling me that?
His involvement with the law is very wild. To give you just one example, this person pepper sprayed somebody because of the color of Sonic's arms at a GameStop.
Greg moment. That's beyond a Greg moment.
Stupid. But a lot of the legal problems that Christine has faced is inconsequential to this. If these allegations are proven true by law enforcement and medical examiners, Christine is a fucking scumbag that should go to prison. There are two ways the story may end if these allegations are proven true. You go to prison for committing a very horrible assault crime on somebody, on an elderly individual, which is a very terrible crime, one that should definitely be taken, in my opinion, to the full extent of the fucking law. Or Christine goes into like state care or a mental facility or something of that nature, because this person is clearly unfit to live in adult society. Even getting arrested, this person sort of just laughing things off And I don't think Christine understands the severity of the situation that she's even fucking in. So, ladies and gentlemen, it leads me to believe that this person really, if this is all true, goes to jail, all right, for the heinous crimes that they have committed, if this is proven to be true, or state care. That's literally the only two scenarios that I see. Point is, the Christine Chandler saga is over, in my opinion. I don't think there's anything more to it. You know, somebody that watched this from the sidelines, you know, because of pure curiosity, I'm just gonna try to mind wipe as much as I can. This is disgusting, it's abhorrent, and honestly, I personally didn't expect it to end this way, okay? It's wrong, alright? It's all wrong. It's all bad. And really, in this entire scenario, there are no good people, okay? There are just different shades of shit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar, and, yeah, I'm out.
Okay, so, I shall give you an update into it for everyone who doesn't know. So he was convicted, right? Or she was convicted, right? And she is going to an all-women's prison. So, and so that means that the Chris Chan saga probably will continue because she is a transgender and she is a lesbian. So, probably there's a maybe like a 30% chance that the Chris Chan saga shall continue.
Yeah. Bro, something's gonna... Chris Chan's... Oh, he's gonna... Bro, he's gonna get his ass beat or something, bro.
So, final thoughts. Anybody has anything to say? We'll start off with Chris.
As a fellow Chris, I don't... Oh my god.
You didn't even say anything, bro.
As a fellow Chris, to all Chris's, Christopher's, Christians, Christina's, and everything. We do not condone such heinous acts and behaviors such as what Chris Chan committed. I do not believe what he did was okay or right in any matter whatsoever.
Yes.
And as a sane human myself, a human that can remain in modern society and sustain myself.
Society.
I'm baffled. I'm dumbfounded, frazzled. What the fuck?
All right.
I did not know what I was getting into, but here we are.
All right, that's very good insight from Christopher Enrique Duran. I shall bleep that out. Actually, no, I'm not gonna bleep it out. I'm gonna dub over it really quick. Ready? That was Chris in gaming.
Oh, fuck. Do that again.
That was Chris in gaming. Yes. Okay. Let's go on to the next person. The one who was said he liked the Sonic Forces poster. Gregory Sanic. All right, good, because I mean, really, I don't know what he's gonna say. He's probably gonna say what the dog doing or some shit like that.
That shit was not cool. No.
Okay, so I think Greg will probably say, "Here, feature me. Put in this little meme right here now." Okay, so yeah, that was not cool. It was the that's no good. It was a thing. That's what that was. Okay, so Geo, SFC Geo, So Funny Crew Geo. What do you have to say?
Oh my god, was it Greg?
No.
It was Chris.
My bad.
Me, what I gotta say is, I've been knowing about Chris Chan for a couple of years now. You know, for a bit, it was all that I could get into because, you know, I want to know more. It just, like, compels me.
Mm-hmm.
When I had found out about this, I was like, ain't no way. shit seemed way too bad even for him. And then now that it's like coming out more and more, I'm like, fuck, dude. You know?
I feel you.
It's crazy that someone could get that, like, fucked up.
It's kind of like an IRL Joker.
Humanity. Yeah, basically.
All right, and the last Michoacana detective, bullying, bullying, oh, Julian.
What the fuck?
Nice. Okay, so, what the fuck? That isn't.
Dude, the video is crazy. I don't know anything about this person, but like, wow, there's like.
What the fuck, Greg Heffley?
But there's like legit audio files of her talking about doing stuff with her mom, and that's so crazy. She was so open about it too.
Yeah, the fact that like just admitted it.
Yeah, she just told on herself.
And just like self-reported really hard and said that she hit her mom's G spot.
Yeah.
That's insane and gross.
No one should ever say that shit in the world.
So, I guess.